Okay, for this one we're going to cut the little bride box on page 56. Now it has a suggested size right here, 8.5 inches, and I'm going to do it at that and see how it works. Okay, I have my cutting blade in first, so I am just going to go ahead and push that box and cut it. Okay, now that that's done cutting, I'm going to go ahead and switch out the blade and put in the scoring tool. Be really careful not to bump that carriage. Okay, now I have my scoring tool set at 6 because I'm working with cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and load mat again. And let's see, I need to do shift because I'm doing the scoring. And then push the button, and it will be the scoring for the bride box. Okay, we'll unload it, and hopefully on the white cardstock you'll be able to see on the camera the score lines. Oh, that's blinding. I don't know if you can see the score lines right there. Okay, it's hard to see on pattern paper, but anyway, so there is the bride box, and we'll go assemble that. Alright, now we're going to cut the groom box on page 57, and it suggests a cut size of 6.5 inches, so I'm going to go ahead and change that to 6.5 inches. I found that this is a pretty good measurement to start with. Okay, and we already have the scoring blade in, so I'm going to push shift, and then right here the groom box, and that pushing shift will get the scoring lines. So we're going to go ahead and score that. Okay, it's done scoring. So we're going to go ahead and switch out the scoring tool and add the blade. Be really careful not to bump the carriage. Okay, now we're going to load mat. Okay, now to not get the scoring, but to get the cut, you don't push shift. You just go ahead and just push the green box button and push cut. Okay, now we'll unload it. Now I am going to go ahead and cut this one more time from white so that I can have the little square for the shirt. But this one I'm not going to score. Okay, so here we are. We've cut them out, and I had already cut some out previously so that I would know how to fold them, because this one's a little bit more complex. There is the instructions. Let's see, here's the cartridge. There is the little book that shows the cuts, and then the instruction book. Let me show you that one. So let's go ahead and do the bride box first. Now, I have already cut this out, and so I just wanted to show you. I wanted to emboss it, but as you can see this is a little bit tricky to fit in the embossing folder. So I did something a little bit different. I took the section that I wanted embossed, and I'm going to just show you a little trick. This is just a little putty knife, plastic that I got at the hardware store, and I actually use this on my Cricut mat to get all the gunk off. So anyway, so here it is, and I'm just going to rub this really hard on the section where I want the embossing. And this way I don't even get it on the little flap. I'm just going to get it right here. And the harder you rub it, the better the results. Okay, now before I move it, I'm going to just check to make sure it's as deep as I want it. And there's a spot right there where I haven't rubbed it quite as hard. Okay, let's check it again. Pretty good. Okay, and so there I just got the rounded part. It didn't get anywhere else. So that's kind of a nice tip for when things are attached. So then I just have embossed the dress. So perfect. Okay, so this part up here folds down, and you want to match it so that later it folds the way it's supposed to. Okay, now fold up all these tabs on the bottom. Okay, the embossing. I thought maybe I lost my score lines, but I didn't. Okay, so there's that one. Now, you want to, I folded this one backwards first and then forward the way it's supposed to be. And then you're going to take and fold right on the score line. Okay, fold right on that score line. And if you have a bone folder, or this was from my Score Pal, then use that to make that line a little crisper. Okay, you want to make sure that one gets right where it's supposed to be. Okay, now that we have that one, we're going to fold this center one in. I'm going to crease it right there. All right. Okay, so now we have all of our folds, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere it right here. Now, that's the only place it adheres, so you need some really strong adhesive. Okay, so I have my red sticky tape made by Craft, and put that right there. Alright, so this tab gets folded right there. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the bottom. This piece is going to fold in first, and then you hook the little tab through there, and then that one goes in. Okay, now we have the dress, and it does just hook together just like that. So I think it might be pretty to put some sleeves on this dress. And so I'm going to just run a little line of adhesive all along here. And let's try it out. Let's see if we like it. Never tried this one on this before, so. Okay. Now I'm going to put that right there. And we'll get just a little bit of adhesive and put it on the ribbon. Okay, right there. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and gather it and press it into the adhesive as we go. Okay, and then when you get to the end, just cut enough that you can fold it over. I'm just going to grab a little piece of adhesive again from the ATC pen and press that in. And let's see how that sleeve looks. Oh, whoops. Press that in. Kind of pretty. Alright, I'm thinking we need to make this a little bit further in so it tapers down. Okay, so there we have our dress with sleeves, and it looks the same on the front as the back. So let's go ahead and adhere this down. This just goes right there. And I think you could use that as the front or the back. I'm not sure because in the picture it shows it without the little flap. So I'm assuming the flap's the back. So here that is, and let's go ahead and tie a little bow around the waist. Now you can still get in at the treat, so you can make these ahead of time. You can still get in and open it pretty easily, and then get into the treat. So that's nice. So once they're built, you can still get in without ruining the little dress that we've made. So let's smooth some of this out a little bit. And too tight, right? Okay, and I'm going to smooth out the bow part just a little bit. Right there. Okay, I'm going to slip my finger right in here while I pull the tail. And same thing on this side. Okay, I'll just trim them really short. Okay, so here's our little bridal box. So kind of fun. And there's the side view. I'll take pictures and put it up on the blog. Okay, now the next one is this Groom box. Now if you cut them both at the recommended size in the book, see the Groom box is at 6.5 inches and the bride box is at 8.5, then that makes them the exact same size for each other, just right. Let's go ahead and make the Groom box now. Alright, so here's the parts for this one, and I've already folded it. We do have an insert, so I cut this twice. I cut it once in the black and once in the white. And this one's going to go right here so that when you turn it over, you have this shirt. So let's go ahead and put adhesive on that. Now, if you notice, it has a little dip at the top of the rectangle. That's the top, so that's easy to tell. And I'll line it right up in the fold. Okay, so here we have the front of the box. Now, go ahead and put adhesive on the tab. I'm going to go ahead and use the red tape because this is the tab that's holding everything together. And put one piece all the way down the length, like this. Okay. And line that up. And press it down. Okay. Now, as far as folding this box together, we'll do the bottom first. Okay, it's hard to tell, hard to see on the black, so I'll try and get in a good light. Okay, now you see these little tabs? They hook underneath and in there. You can see. Okay, there you go. The tabs hook right under there, and then we put that last part of the box. Alright, now this part, there is a fold line right here in the center. We're going to squish the box right here. It does not go all the way down, so it just leaves that kind of concave right there. So we just push that down and leave part of it. Okay, now to hook this box up, you're going to take and put the tab in the last fold, in the back fold. And that keeps it closed really tight. So there we have that. Now I have put some dimensionals on my little bow tie. Alright, so the bow tie just goes right. And I'm going to put it up just a little bit more. Okay, now also the collar that we folded from the back can tuck right underneath the bow tie. Okay, so there we go. And I think I might put glossy accents on the lapels and on the little bow tie, and I'll probably add some little buttons somehow. So there we have the bride and groom box. So now you could do it just plain, and I also thought it might be fun to just tie it with a little bit of a color. So here's and then just trim a little bit off that. And then it would look kind of cute if the bow tie matched. So there you have two different ways to do the bride box and the groom. Alright, well thanks for watching.